Right now, the day's biggest news stories from a Vegas perspective. This is the Vegas Take with Sharp and Shapiro.
All right, welcome back. Rolling into hour number 3, the Vegas Take, Sharp and Shapiro. So glad you could join us. If you haven't noticed, baseball kind of heating up the last few weeks. You know, last night we saw Clayton Kershaw blow it for the Dodgers. We'll get into that in a little bit. But the guy we have with us on the line right now, fair to say he is a broadcasting legend. I love this guy. I met him over at ESPN years ago when I interned at ESPN in Bristol, Connecticut. One of the best in the business, none other than Dick Vitale, Dickie V himself. Dickie V, thank you so much for joining us. How are you?
Well, I'm doing great, guys. Wow, what a combination, Brian and JD.
Yes.
I'm excited. You know, tonight my Rays took it up with the Astros. Everybody's got the Astros winning. Garrett Cole, they're playing at home. Well, you know what? I heard that about the Dodgers. I heard that about, Atlanta. Those two teams went down. They both were favorites. They both were at home. So we're going to make it 3 for 3. 3 underdogs, 3 road teams, W's, baby. Take it to the bank.
I love it.
What would that parlay pay out? 50-1?
It'd be up there.
I'll tell you, it's Garrett Cole obviously is sensational, no doubt about it. Last time he pitched against, in fact, I was teased on my seats touched the dugout, the visitors' dugout over in St. Petersburg, and I was teasing Jared. I said, Jared, you made it look like a Little League game, man. In Little League, they strike out 15, not in the Major League. I mean, it was a moral victory if we hit the ball to somebody, but that's not going to be the case tonight.
Now,
I really feel it.
Yeah.
I don't know what. This Rays team is special. Lowest payroll in baseball.
Yeah. Dickie V, I didn't know that you were a huge Rays fan, so we wanted to play a little bit of audio that we grabbed that you put on your Twitter account this morning. So this is you a little bit earlier today, and let's go ahead and play that, Johnny.
Hey, baseball tonight, baby. Rays, here we go. Hey, think about this yesterday, right? Game 5s, big upsets. The Nationals go to Dodger Stadium and beat the Dodgers. Yes, the visiting team won. What about Atlanta and the Cardinals? Atlanta favorite at home, but the Cardinals visiting team, they won. Can it be 3 for 3? That's right, the Rays at the Astros. Nobody giving them a chance. All I'm hearing about Garrett Cole, baby, and his 100 miles an hour, and his unbelievable slider and curve. Well, let me tell you, miracles do happen.
Dickie V, I love your enthusiasm there. Talk to me a little bit about. You have so much enthusiasm. When did you first start becoming a Rays fan? That's what I want to know.
Well, I've got season tickets there, guys, now for 22 years.
Wow.
Since the inception, I'm first row right next to the visitors' dugout. I go to maybe 30 games a year, and I just have a great time. I love baseball. I'm a baseball fanatic. I will absolutely cry my eyes out if they go to Montreal. And I don't want to hear the name Montreal. I don't want to hear split the season because I think that's the most absurd, ridiculous concept I have ever heard. Splitting the year. There's no way my dollars are going to my bank account and go buy some stocks, man. I'm not going to spend them for tickets for a game and watch a team for a half the year and then they go to Montreal.
You know, I promise we will not mention Montreal for the rest of this segment. But everybody's on the Astros. They like them. They're a minus 270 favorite. But Tyler Glasnow has a .55 ERA on the road, and no one's really talking about that. Glasnow is a star pitcher in himself. I think the Rays can pull this off.
Well, Glasnow's had a guy. He started the season on fire. He was 6-1. We had he and Snell and Morton. We thought we were in great shape. And then both those guys went down. Tyler went down, missed almost, 3/4 of the year. And Snell went down. And yet the manager, Cash, has done a great job. If he's not manager of the year, there should be an investigation. Baseball, 3 of his 4 starters out with injuries for a good portion of the year. He doesn't have big-name players, and yet they win 96 regular season games. So I'm telling you, if he doesn't get my Twitter at Dickie V will light up big time if he's not manager of the year.
Dickie V, what constitutes as a diaper dandy in Major League Baseball? Do you have to be a rookie? Explain that to me.
Good question.
Yeah, diaper dandies are always rookies, man. You got to be a rookie. I was teasing. Somebody said, hey, is Verlander a diaper dandy? I said, are you serious? You can't be serious. He's solid gold, a PT Pierce.
So
he came down to reality the other day, tried to pitch with 3 days rest, and he got rocked. I mean, he got rocked, and he's a certain Hall of Famer, no doubt about it.
So the next diaper dandy for the Rays will be Wander Franco. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Wander Franco, you know what I don't understand, guys? I don't understand it. You look across baseball right now. You got Atlanta with that kid Acuna. You got the kid last night with the Nationals, Soto. These guys are 20 years old, and the major's already 2 years. And why not bring them up? I talked to a scout. I was having breakfast one day here in our area down in Sarasota, Bradenton, Florida. I'm having breakfast. Guy sitting to my right says, Dick, I'd like to say hello to you. So I'm a scout. In 30 years I've been scouting. And let me tell you, your kid, Wander Franco, is the best young player I've seen in the last 10 years. I said, are you serious? He said, I'm telling you, he said he could play right now in the major leagues and hit 300 right now. And I don't know why you don't bring a guy like that up if he's that good, but I know the reason. It's financial.
Sure.
It's the situation where you want to make sure you have him for the next number of years. You don't want the clock to start.
Yep.
But, man, he is going to be special. I can't wait to see him. And I don't want to see him in a Montreal uniform.
Yeah, I know you don't. All right, so we're gonna see how this Game 5 plays out, and for your benefit, we hope the Rays win. But obviously, you're a legend. If you're just joining us, we're speaking with Dick Vitale, legendary broadcaster, Hall of Fame broadcaster. So I'd have to ask you a few questions, basketball questions. I do want to get to the Jimmy V Foundation, so we'll get to that in a few minutes here. Let's start with UNLV, Dickie V, because as you know, we do a show here out in Las Vegas, and the UNLV basketball program has, in my personal opinion, has been in shambles since Lon Kruger left. They hired Dave Rice. It just didn't work out. They hire Marvin Menzies. They fired Dave Rice midseason. It didn't work out with Marvin Menzies. Now they hire a guy by the name of T.J. Otzelberger. What can you tell us about T.J. Otzelberger, about this young man, a very young coach? He's now the highest paid coach in the Mountain West Conference. What do you make of this situation with UNLV, and do you think this is going to work out?
Well, to me, UNLV has always been a sleeping giant. I don't see any reason why you can't recruit. I think it should be a great place to recruit. Got some good basketball tradition, and it's just been a shame that it has not been able to get over that hump. Fan interest hasn't been as great. I don't know much about TJ. I really don't. But again, he comes. Many people say real solid X and O guy. But you know what? Let me tell you this: the key in coaching. We can talk about all the X's and O's you want. You take a look at Calipari and Krzyzewski and Roy Williams. They're great coaches. We know they know the game. Well, let me tell you this. It doesn't hurt when you got one-and-done superstars in your lineup every year
Right.
and having players. You need players. Even Coach Wooden, when he was winning those unbelievable championships at UCLA, he was very honest about it. He said, let me tell you, it starts with great talent. Having Bill Walton, having Kareem, having great players, and then blending them as a team. But first, you better get the necessary talent, because you're just not going to coach people. You got to have talent. So I would simply say, TJ and the guys down there, they got to get some players.
Yeah, you're right. Speaking of players, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about this supposed Nike scandal. What do you make of this situation? I know you talk to these coaches on a regular basis. You have personal relationships and friendships with them. We even had Rick Pitino on the show last month, and we asked him a few questions about this. What do you make about this Nike scandal? Do you think it eventually will rock college basketball? Do you think some coaches are in trouble? And do you think this is the sort of thing that has been going on for a number of years, and now it's finally exposed? What do you make of this?
Well, I think, number one, it's been really sad what's going on in these trials. Hearing the different reports of Nike, Adidas, the shoe companies, and what's existed, what they do behind the scenes. Let's face reality, it's been going on for a while. They go out and they take care of different families. They provide money. They're after these kids when they're young, 9th grade, 10th grade, and they know who they are, and they know who to go after as well. And it's really, really sad. That's why I think, this California pay-for-play thing that came up, it's a concept that's right in a certain way, because the players definitely deserve some dollars for their likeness. Everybody else is making zillions. The coaches, people from the NCAA, the head of the NCAA makes millions, private plane, the whole bit. I make some good money, and the announcers. What about the kids? I had a solution. They're not going to do it. The NCAA said, well, we can't give money to players, because if we give it, we got to give to everybody, all sports. Well, I could solve that very simple. Very simple. Eliminate all the sleaziness that goes on behind the scene. Eliminate runners, agents behind the scene, wheeling and dealing, shoe companies behind the scene. Eliminate it all. Make it all legal.
Wow.
If a player like Zion Williamson, or a player, is good enough that he can appear somewhere for an endorsement, or he can appear to sign autographs, and they want to pay him let him get that money.
I agree.
Let him get that money.
Well, yeah,
why not?
If they already
Now,
have that following, why take that away from them?
To advance money to a kid, let him advance the dollars.
I agree.
Because if you do that, now you totally eliminate this shady guy. He is no longer a factor.
Dickie V, I couldn't agree with you more. Why is it that a 13 or 14 or 15-year-old can become a professional tennis player and nobody seems to have a problem with that? And then we hear all these issues with, well, you can't be a one and done, or even worse, oh my God, how can you go high school to the NBA? But yet in tennis and in some other sports, nobody has a problem with that. Explain that to me.
Well, it's very tough to explain. If you go one step further, what about if you were a great actor or an actress? What about an Ashley Judd who's at the University of Kentucky, and she could do some commercials for cosmetics, or she could do a scene in a movie? It's okay. What about guys like you get some great actors over the years, college students, and while they're there doing their acting work, Brooke Shields, and go on and on.
Natalie Portman.
And the bottom line is times have changed. Even the Olympics changed. They changed with the times, and they pay the players. Why not? Just come up with some kind of formula, but something's got to be done. I'm going to tell you what's happening with the California one. Yesterday, Coach K came out supporting it. Calipari came out supporting it. Calipari says he's going to approach the legislature from Kentucky to vote for it, to make it happen in Kentucky. I think we're going to see a snowball effect. Right now, the NCAA is definitely calling the shots. As they've already stated, if any kid in California in 2023 takes an exam, the school's going to be ineligible for any competition for NCAA championships. Well, that's all good and said by 2023. But what happens now if that becomes adopted all over in every state? And I think we're going to see a snowball effect that's going to pass in a number of states. And now you got a real dilemma.
So let's talk about a player who basically could have made money from age 12 on, LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball, we're not going to see him at the college level, but he's playing in Australia. He's looked at as possibly the number one pick in the 2020 NBA draft. Apparently he's 6'8", 6'9". What are your thoughts on him? Is he going to live up to the hype?
Well, we don't know. We have to see him at the next level. I just wish his dad just chills a little bit and lets the kid be a kid. Put so much pressure on him because what happens in the ultimate end, people are rooting for a kid to fail because of what they see with the dad, and that's unfair in a way. I think Lonzo got the best break in his life now that he's out there in New Orleans, his dad's out in L.A. I mean, he means well. Obviously, he loves his sons, but some of the things he has spit out over the years has been totally ridiculous and absurd. LaMelo, they're saying he's a lot better than people thought. They think there's a good chance he will be a 1, 2, or 3 draft pick, and we'll see once he comes to the league. But I'm hearing good things about his ability.
Yeah, I want to take a chance to talk a little bit about the Jimmy V Foundation, which I know you've been a huge part of over the years. Of course, Jim Valvano, legendary coach who we lost due to cancer, and this Jimmy V Foundation has raised so much money for charity. We talk a lot about Lon Kruger and the Coaches versus Cancer event that he does here in Las Vegas every year. Talk to me a little bit about this foundation and some of the great things and what you've been able to do, and so many other people throughout the country to raise money for cancer research and try to cure this horrible disease.
Well, guys, in my case, mine's all devoted to kids battling cancer. There's nothing dearer to me than raising money to help kids. I spoke at a funeral just about a month or so ago for a youngster, and it just breaks your heart when you see what a mom and dad go through. I have a gala every year. My gala has raised so far $29.3 million. We'll have another big gala event on May 8th. We sell out about 1,000 people we bring in 70 celebrities. They all come free. They all come. Their time is a donation to the V Foundation, and all the money goes to the V Foundation for pediatrics. This year, we're going to be honoring our own Stephen A. Smith. We're going to be honoring Bruce Arians, coach of the Bucks here local in Tampa, and we're honoring Mark Few of Gonzaga. We're going to give John Saunders, who's a dear friend, I miss him so much.
Yeah.
We're going to give John Saunders awards out to courageous people like Pat Williams, a cancer survivor, who's the architect of basketball in Orlando, and also receiving the John Saunders Award will be the super quarterback Hall of Famer Jim Kelly, who has battled like you can't believe. And then we're going to give a special grant for over $250,000 in memory of Mitch Albom, the superstar journalist who lost a girl to brain cancer. So it's really going to be a special night. People want more information, go to DickVitaleOnline.com. DickVitaleOnline.com. And I'll tell you this, JD and Brian, also they can go there and they can see my latest book. My latest book is my 40 years at ESPN, my Mount Rushmores, the best players, the best coaches, the best in all different categories. And from the book, every dollar I would make, every dollar is going to cancer research for
Wow,
kids.
that is
That's
amazing.
my goal now. I've been blessed in my life. I mean, you mentioned Hall of Fames. I recently got an award that just blew me away. I didn't think I deserved it, but they gave it to me, and I said, I'll take it. But they had called and told me I'm going to read the Sports Emmy Lifetime Achievement Award.
Wow.
And, man, when I looked at the list of names, I said, I could be on that list. I mean, it's incredible. Vince Scully, John Madden, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell, and Dick Vitale, Kirk County.
Well,
I've always had fun at what I do. I love what I'm doing.
Yep.
I enjoy it. I'm 80 years old now, guys. I'm 80 years old.
Wow.
And I'll match my enthusiasm and energy with any 25-year-old.
I absolutely believe that.
I love it. Well, listen, Dickie V, you are a class act. You deserve to be on that list, by the way. You've done so many great things for so many people, and you've mentored so many others. You're a legend, and we appreciate you taking some time to join us. And before we let you go, give me a prediction. What's going to be the score today? Tell me.
Well, I'm biased, really. I'm speaking from my, my heart more than my head. But I just feel it. I don't know. I feel it in my bones. 4-3. 4-3, dramatic style. Tommy Pham, a gamer with the big hit to win the game.
Vegas native.
Comes in out of the bullpen. We get, what's his name, out of the game, Mr. Cole, in about the 7th inning, and we close it out with a double. And what about the Dodgers? Are you getting any calls? Why in the world? I mean, Dave Roberts has done a great job. But gee whiz, what was his thinking to keep telling in the game with the bases loaded?
I agree.
He got Jansen in the bullpen. And I know Jansen struggled a little bit this year, but he's still a proven relief guy.
I agree.
Man, Kendrick, wait, what? You think he felt good? Former Dodger player goes grand salami? Unbelievable.
You're right. No, you're right. I think that could ultimately cost Roberts his job. Dickie V, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. Enjoy the game, my friend. We'll see you on TV.
I will. Hey, guys, please tell people to go to DickVitaleOnline.com. They can make a donation. They can get information about what we're doing, helping kids battle cancer. They may help someone they love.
Yes, we will definitely do that. And everyone needs to check out his website. Dickie V done so many good things for so many people, particularly with cancer research. Dickie V, thank you so much for your time again. We really do appreciate it. Go Rays.
Go Rays, baby. Go Rays.
I love it. All right, there you go. He's
Thanks a lot, Dickie.
The legend himself, Dick Vitale, joining us. God, I love this guy. His enthusiasm. He's been so great for the game of basketball and so great, obviously, for cancer research. He's done so many great things for so many people, and I mean this sincerely. It is truly an honor to have him on the show, and his enthusiasm at 80 years old, it's unprecedented. It's unbelievable.
I mean, I've watched this guy since I was probably 6 or 7 years old. I've watched college basketball religiously. I've seen him on stages next to Michael Jordan. I've seen him comment on every single major college basketball game. And we just, to me, it's crazy that I just had a conversation with him for thousands and thousands of people to listen to from Las Vegas, Nevada. I mean, it's just that conversation we just had was a pretty big moment for me.
Very cool. And I've met Dickie V a number of times, and he's just a class act. And I love his enthusiasm for sports in general, for baseball. And by the way, I agree with everything he said when he talked about what's going on in California. Get these agents, get all these people, make it legal.
Well, I mean, let's put it this way. Let's say you've a 14-year-old kid and you have videos of you dunking on your own Instagram, and you've got 600,000 followers, and every time you make a post, you've got 100,000 people seeing that post. You should get paid for that.
Absolutely.
That's your own following.
Absolutely.
And right now, you cannot do that.
No
At
question.
least, well, you can do that, but then you can't participate in college athletics.
Yep. So we're going to take a break, but here's what I want to do. I mentioned this a little bit earlier. The band, alternative rock band from the 90s, Our Lady Peace, one of the most successful bands to ever come out of Canada. They're doing a show at the Hard Rock tomorrow night, but they're actually doing a private acoustic performance here at the station here. We're located near Durango and Sahara. First 5 people who call in right now, you'll be able to bring a guest. Tomorrow, it's going to be at noon. You'll see a private acoustic performance by the band Our Lady Peace. This is really cool stuff. One of my favorite bands since I was a kid. So if you call in right now at 257-5396, again, that number to call is 702-257-5396.
And we're talking like a capacity of 20.
Yes, yeah, we're not going to be a lot of people. Let me just give out the number one more time. 702-257-5396. First 5 callers that call in right now with a guest, you get to catch a private acoustic performance by Our Lady Peace. Go ahead, JD. What were you saying?
I said, no, we're talking about a capacity of, this is the most intimate performance that you'll probably ever see.
Yeah.
This is not a big room. You're getting a national act who is playing with Live and Bush and some major names from the 90s.
Sure. Absolutely.
For free.
No doubt about it. So first 5 callers right now at 257-5396. You and a guest will be able to check out a private acoustic performance by the band Our Lady Peace right here at the radio station tomorrow at noon. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will be joined by Mike Babcock from TMZ Sports. Boy, do we have a lot of stories to get to with him, including this NBA in China situation. The latest on that, Donald Trump going after Golden State Warriors head coach Steve Kerr. Dennis Rodman now, he wants to get involved in this. And is it true that people are running over and lighting on fire jerseys? Clayton Kershaw right in front of Dodger Stadium. We'll talk about that with Mike Babcock coming up next. You're listening to The Vegas Take right here on the all-new 101.5 FM, 720 AM, KDON.